him from the yard.
This is Down the Diecast Pirate, and today I have for you the August Subscriber's Choice build of the 57 T-Bird. So let's get it up on the turntable and take a look at it. Alright, so this is a car that I got in a trade from Cole over at Kuda's Diecast Customs. And it looks like he used it as a wheel donor for something else. Sent it to me. I have some ideas for this. So I really like the color. We have the yellow glass. I'm not going to try to get away from the yellow glass. I'm going to incorporate it into the build. Like I said, I really like the color, so I'm leaning towards going that way, but we might change it up a little bit. I do not like the graphics on this, and the paint is scraped a little bit, so we are going to strip it down and repaint it. That being said, let's take it apart, which will be really easy. Okay, so obviously when Cole had this car, he drilled it apart to get the wheels out, so we have the base. We'll strip that down and take a look at modifying this base some. I know we're going to take these tabs off of here, and I think we're going to try to shave this front bumper off some and maybe cut down the rear bumper some a little bit. Now the interior and glass is all one piece. So we'll get this cleaned up and everything. I probably shouldn't take too much cleaning, but I want to get it, make sure that it's degreased and everything and ready for paint. And then we'll tape off the glass part and we'll paint the interior. Not sure what color we're going to go on the interior yet, but for what this is, and I'll give you an idea. I'm going to make this into a gasser. So that's why we're going to take the front bumper off. And they usually put a small gas tank up front. I don't think we're going to do that. Just because I don't know if I have anything I can make that from. But pretty much we're going to strip this down, clean this up, paint the interior, paint the body, modify the base. We'll get this stripped down in the super clean. And yeah, then we'll come back and I'll find some wheels to put on this. I haven't picked anything out yet. So let's get it all stripped and then we'll come back and take a look at what we're doing. Okay, so I got the body stripped and the base stripped and cleaned. And we're going to do some adjustments on this. I've been trying to wrap my mind around this because I don't know what I want to do. I was thinking at work today that I would possibly cut a hole in the hood and put a big motor in it, and I look underneath here and I'd have to cut that post off, and I really don't need these pieces, but I'd have to cut that out underneath there very carefully. And then I got this car I picked up yesterday at Goodwill in a dollar bag with a couple other cars, but I was like, well, what if I take the engine from this? And then I was kind of looking at maybe using the base from this, but when you compare it to here, like, I'd have to shift it back. I'd have to wallow out the wheel wells. It wouldn't look right. All that. So I'm going to continue forward with my plan, not using parts of this. I don't think we're going to put a big motor in it. So I think we're onto something here. So I decided to leave the bumper on the front. I don't want to mess around with cutting that off, and I notched out this. Now, where the axle would sit before, it was clipped in, and then this piece just sits on top of there, and I don't think it actually held it in. What I might do is actually, because the interior piece doesn't go down into there, I may just cut a piece of styrene, flatten this out, and glue in a piece of styrene to hold that axle in place. I think that's going to work really good, actually. And then, just as a marker, I cut the tabs off the base, obviously, and I think on this one, I wish this axle, see if we put this back on here really quickly. So those wheels stick out way too far, so I think what I'm going to do is actually, I've done this on some other wheels, but I haven't shown it, is while the axle's in there, cut off a section of each one, and then I'll shorten this axle up some so these wheels will tuck in more and they won't stick out so far. And then now on this one, I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. Obviously it's not going to be a super high reverse rake, but it's gonna jump that front end up a little bit. And what I'm kind of thinking is what's under the hood. So if we're not going to cut a hole in the hood and put a big motor sticking out, what's under the hood? I say it's an LS with a supercharger tucked underneath. Right? Yeah, okay. So that's going to be pretty good. And I know all the Ford guys are like, oh, you can't do that. You know what? People do it all the time. So, whatever. This is going to be a Chevy-powered T-Bird. Right? Alright. Okay. So I got one cut already. And so all I did is hold this X-Acto knife down here. Now that I did one, I can show you the other. Just very carefully. I think I'm taking too much off of that one. That's okay, I'll give us some. It's going on an angle. No, these are like, so these are green light wheels. So the wheels just push onto the axle. But I've done this on, I don't think I cut it through all the way. What did I use this on? There was one of the cars I did, might be the Montezuma. I don't think I showed it, where the inner hubs were too tight, and I actually just cut those loose and then clipped them off and left the axle intact, because those are they come through. Stuck it on the side. I still need to repaint this car, touch this up or something. I'm going to try washing it, throw some clear coat on it, because that's not a perfect paint job, which, you know, I wasn't going for totally perfect because I wanted it to have that look. So anyway, Yeah. So I just pull these off. I wasn't really thinking about how I was going to get these tires back on there when I pulled them off of there. I thought it would be better. Here. I just had to get it up where I could see it. Maybe we'll do this one with it on the axle still. Yeah, that was easier. Okay. So, in all actuality, I don't have to I can cut this, I think. Well, that didn't sound good. That one off. Just lay this down. Yeah, it's loosened up now. Don't drop it. There we go. Oh, the ends are, let's see if we can just cut that one now. I use, well, cutters, too, to clip it, so they just come off of there. But now, like when I put this in here, what I could actually do is put this other wheel back on. And I see, yeah, probably 1/8 of an inch. I don't know if I took too much off of the axle or not enough off of the hubs, but it's a tight fit. I might try to carefully, well, that's not going to be helpful. Do I have a firm grip? Use slight pressure to and this is why there's a disclaimer on the videos. I think I need to replace that blade. Feeling a little bit dull. Oh, what are you doing? Just go on there, will you? What's going on here? Okay. Oh. Oh. The extra pressure. Actually. Okay, I'm gonna have to super glue that wheel. Or modify another one. I think I have more sets of these. Yeah. That's better. That's better, but see, that's breaking off the hub from trying to push it together. It's a bad thing about these, is they're, you know, it breaks so easily. But what I can do is I'll just put a little bit of super glue on the back and maybe with a toothpick. Just put a dab in there, and we'll get that wheel fixed up. Alright, so I did some stuff with the styrene. I didn't really want to show it on camera because, you know, fiddly work. But I'll kind of give you an idea what it's going to look like here. So those will slide through just like that. And this was that wheel that was broken, and I ended up taking the ultra liquid control and just putting a little bit on there and blowing it through, and it fixed that wheel right up. Give you an idea what we're going to look at. So I'll let you see the finished rake with the body on when we're all done. So got to get this cleaned up, get it ready for paint. Got to polish the body, get it ready for paint, and then we'll come back for paint. Oh, before I start, Flitz. This is some of the best stuff that you can get for polishing your die-cast cars, and anything else for that matter. And you can find their website online. You can get this from Amazon. You can find it in the sporting goods section at Walmart. So if you don't have some, you should get some and try it out. Alright. Okay. So, back up here. Alright, so we are going to paint this with Candy 2.0 Emerald Green. And thank you, Terry, for giving me the information that I needed for putting this on metal. And so we mixed it with the UVLS clear, which not only will make it stick to the metal, it'll protect the color from fade. So let's get this on and we'll get it painted. Sometimes you have a great idea and things don't always go the way you want or expect them to. This is one of those times. Okay, so there was some pitting on the back of this car, and you see that it's affected the paint. I'm going to continue forward with this, and what I may do is see if I can get a couple more of these and polish up and paint a body that's in better condition than this. Since I don't have one of those, I'm going to go ahead and finish the car with this, and we'll just, we'll move forward with that. I'm not happy with this. You guys let me know in the comments. Should I just let this go? Or should I get another car with a better body and give it the paint job that I really was hoping for? If that's the case, then we'll do that. And, honestly, I'm not satisfied with this. With the demands of getting the video done, mean that I need to put the car together. So I'm going to get it detailed off camera, and then we'll come back for the reveal. Before tonight's reveal, I just wanted to let you guys know that I now have stickers of my new logo. And if you go over and support me on Patreon, I will send you one of these for free. So go over there and check it out. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to present to you my Subscriber's Choice August build. And it's a little rough. Kind of like a drag car should be, I think. But like I said, let me know about the paint. You know, and we'll talk about a few things that I did to it. And, you know, we'll go get up on the turntable and take a look at it. So first we'll go back to the beginning. No wheels, ugly tampos. Not the best looking green in the world. What can we do with this car to fix those yellow windows? And here we are with the finished product. So we went with the Candy 2.0 Emerald Green. I said I'm not exactly happy with this paint job. I know it could be better. But tell me what you guys think. Should I get another car and paint the body this color? Should I strip it down and primer it and paint it a different color? Green? Or just let it go? Still kind of experimenting with these candy paints, and every one of them is a learning process. So I was going to detail the headlights and I forgot, but I can do that later. Headlights, taillights, I usually do that stuff. Had a long day at work today. Forgot to do that stuff. At any rate, there will be a follow-up video with this one way or the other. Maybe just a short clip just to show you what I decided. So, you know, I decided to turn it into a gasser, and I painted the base and the interior primer gray, Stenores, and I added knoll oils to the interior, which you can barely see. I also added it to the grille. And each of the wheels, I decided to give a little bit of shadow there. Now, on the inside, which you can't see, you know, I used the styrene to hold the rear axle in place, and in the front I cut pieces of styrene and made mock leaf springs so that front axle sits lower than what it did coming from the factory. Jacked up that front end just a little bit and decided to put that LS engine under the hood. And underneath, I did detail it out some. The details don't really pop against the gray. You know, went with the metallic silver Sharpie on the drivetrain and the gas tank, and decided to do the oil pan in red. I don't know. I usually do my bases in black. I decided to go with the gray this time. Well, maybe, you know, I was thinking more of like a bare metal finish. Thought about going with like a gunmetal or something, and I didn't end up painting it. You know, it is a roller and everything. So, again, tell me what you guys think. Don't forget, follow me on Instagram, you know, and check out my friends, the Diecast International Builders. The links are to their channels are in the description. Yeah, Mark, Ron, PB, KC, and Opa, and myself. So next month, for the 5th of the month, we have the Pontiac builds. And then in December, on the 5th of the month, we have the holiday theme build. So we'd love for you guys to come build with us. You know, YouTube channel, make a video. That's great. We'd love to watch them. If you don't have a YouTube channel, you just want to send us pictures, you can do that too. And I will have my email in the description. So if you need to contact me, it's diecastpirate@gmail.com. So thanks for watching, guys. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. Leave a comment down below. Click the like button and ring the bell for notifications. As always, this is Don the Diecast Pirate, and I will see you next time.